Papa Pepper, how to use tomato clips.
Alright guys, Papa Pepper here down in the garden again, and today I'm going to be talking about using tomato clips. Now, just a fantastic little piece of technology where you do that and it clicks together. So a lot of times you'll see these used in greenhouses with tomatoes and things like that. You may know that I am done with tomato cages, so just getting rid of that. And I'm actually going to run a lot of mine on fencing or cattle panel. And you can see I got a plant here and it's kind of all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these clips to actually begin to sprawl it up there so it goes where I want it to go. And I've been meaning to use these for a while. They're a little hard to come by. There's a lot of things that are very simple and very useful in animal raising and in gardening that if it wasn't for the internet, I don't think I'd have access to them, because everywhere I check, you don't. So I recently picked up just a ton of these. I bought them directly from China. They're made in China. I forget how much they were each, but they were cheap. I'm going to see how durable they are. At least they're a light colored plastic, which is going to help because it's going to attract less heat from the sun. Not sure how long they're going to hold up or how well they work, but they're at least hopefully going to get me through this season, hopefully maybe even into next season, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to let you watch me clip this thing up quick, and I'll show you how easy that works. I see ladybugs on this plant already. That's really good. What I'm looking for first is just to get the main stem up. So I bring the main stem, and I may pop a couple of these through the fencing too to help hold it. When the main stem is up against it, it's got room for the stem and for the fence in there. And so far, so good. So again, it gives me the opportunity. I used to just try to weave these through and make them kind of go as they should, but sometimes you break them off, other things happen. This gives me the opportunity that anytime one of these is coming up, I can just train it where I want it to go. I can cut off whatever suckers I want, or I can just continue to spread them out at a different angle. So far I've got one little sucker coming on the bottom, another one here. I can either propagate that, I can either discard it, or I can train it as well. I'll let it grow a little bit more and then probably run it up here. But it should give me the opportunity, not only using the fencing, but also with these tomato clips, to be able to run a solid wall of tomatoes that I'm able to pick from very easily. It'll allow me to kind of have a two-dimensional thing to deal with, since they'll all be on one flat fence line, rather than the whole cage where you're kind of trying to reach into it. Eventually you've got like a plant with a 5 or 6 foot, diameter sprawling out of some tiny little tomato cage. I'm just done with that. But if you are using tomato cages, if you are using other things, some people run just poles and strings. This is some great technology. I've been meaning to do it for a while. I love them so far. I've been using them just a little bit this year, but looking forward to just letting this work. Using what I got, getting away from the cages. And one thing that I love, and I was recently watching a video by John Kohler, and he was just talking about experimenting and having a childlike mind. That's part of what I love, is that my life is an experiment, okay? Just because people have done things away for a long time doesn't mean it's the best way. It doesn't mean if you do that you're ever going to get anything better. So I got a whole bunch of different new stuff going on every day that I'm just thinking about experimenting with and checking out, and I love it. I love the opportunity. I'm going to hit a couple more plants with this and then give you guys a quick tour. Alright guys, Papa Pepper back. I had some fun. I think I might just enjoy playing with these things a little bit, but check this out. Okay, what this is going to allow me to do is to really just spread this thing out. I don't know if you guys can see, I got a branch coming across here, and here, and here, and here, and I'm going to be able to kind of just run this plant here all along this wall, and the same thing with the one from the other side. All along this wall, they can meet in the middle and fill this in. Now, This is actually going to be a bed eventually for just this muscadine grape, but I figure it'll have some time to grow roots this year, get some buds and growths on it, and before it really needs a lot of room, I can take this year and grow some of these guys on it. So I'm really going to enjoy this. You can see here, this is one of the ones that I broke off before, just trying to bob and weave them through this thing. These clips are going to work a lot better. I can't wait to kind of see this. Let me get another angle on this. Same thing here, got one there and one there. As these branches hanging way out on the outside, as they get a little bit longer, I'll have room to bend them back in. But you can see that's just one plant sprawling across there, kind of taking up about a 3 foot by 3 foot circle right now, pretty much like a hula hoop. And we'll see how that does. Some of these are already setting fruit. The tomatoes right there. But we're excited, we're growing, we're using the clips, and we'll see how it works out, guys. Alright, Papa out. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out Steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.